On September 21st, 1897, the New York Sun published what was to become the most widely read letter to a newspaper. It was sent by an 8-year-old Virginia O'Hanlon, and she wrote, "Dear Editor, I am 8 years old. Some of my little friends say there is no Santa Claus. Papa says, if you see it in the sun, it's so. Please tell me the truth. Is there a Santa Claus?" Signed, Virginia O'Hanlon. Now, an editorial writer, Francis Marcellus Church, for the Sun, responded. And I'm paraphrasing, but this is a little bit of what he wrote. "Virginia, your little friends are wrong. They have been affected by the skepticism of a skeptical age. Yes, Virginia, there is a Santa Claus. He exists as certainly as love and generosity and devotion exist. And you know that they abound and give to your life its highest beauty and joy. Alas, how dreary would be the world if there were no Santa Claus. It would be as dreary as if there were no Virginias. There would be no childlike faith then, no poetry, no romance to make tolerable this existence." So there you have it. Yes, Virginia, there is a Santa Claus. And yes, my friends, there are actually honest reviews online. Hello, my name is Paul Pekoski. I'm with Online Business Pro Solutions, and it's my job today to help you learn how to find honest reviews. Hello, Paul with Online Business Pro Solutions. I thought I'd make a quick physical appearance on this video. What I try to provide with this YouTube channel are two things. One, honest and informed reviews to help you make better purchasing decisions. And the other is value-packed tutorials with genuine insights that are going to help you avoid a lot of the perils and pitfalls that are waiting for you out there in the internet marketing land. Now, if you like this video, please do me a favor, hit that like button, give me a thumbs up. If you are sincere about starting a long-term, sustainable, and scalable online business, please consider subscribing. Now, if you're one of those take action, take charge kind of people, and you want to get the ball rolling right now, do yourself a favor. Click on the link below that says Online Business Pro Solutions, and you're going to get free access to my plan, my blueprint, what I use for online success. So don't forget to ring that bell. That way you get updated whenever I put out a new video. All right, let's get this party started. Take care. Now, I realize it's easy to be cynical, and I know that it seems that finding an honest review is about as likely as catching a leprechaun and convincing him to part with his gold. Ironically, your gold is exactly what so many marketers are after, so much so that they are often willing to spin false narratives. But just as Francis Church back in 1897 so eloquently defined Santa Claus as love, generosity, and devotion in the world, I promise you there are still people of character in the world today. People that have a strong moral compass and that truly hold your best interests in their hearts. And they are alive and well and online. We just need to figure out how to find them. So we're going to go ahead and look at the three primary types of reviews that you come across when you're researching internet marketing related products online. Now, the first two, they're deceptive, and they're definitely not designed in your best interest. They're designed specifically to manipulate you. The third is an honest review, and I'm going to show you how you can tell the difference. So by the end of this video, you will be able to find the honest reviews and get the advice you need to make smart purchasing decisions. All right. the first one we're talking about is promotional reviews, and I really mean blatantly promotional. We all have products. We all market products. There's no doubt. As long as you're above board and honest and explain to people that you are trying to sell them something, within reason, it's fair. But if you start using manipulative techniques, that's when you start to gain an edge over, especially people who are new to the business. Now, promotional, and we'll slip on over here. Blatantly promotional reviews, okay, are fairly easy to spot. Okay, and I'll break them into three primary things you need to look for. Once they're going to be filled with lots of sales hype. Okay, there you go. Blah blah blah. A lot of them they just copy and paste off the actual sales page in the JV reviews. Whoever launched the product, they'll give descriptions and they'll have sales promos and whatnot. And a lot of times these people who are marketing these, that are using these reviews to market them, they're sham reviews. They're not real. They're just really a glorified sales page. So you're going to recognize them because you're going to see a lot of sales hype. You're going to hear that kind of language. The descriptions are all going to be just over the top positive. They're going to offer you more than likely tons and tons of bonuses, which you got to understand that if you find the right people, if you find people who are launching decent products, normally when they launch decent products, they also offer decent bonuses. But when they're offering you, for the most part, crap products, shiny objects, so are their bonuses. They're, generally speaking, their bonuses are just old piece of crap shiny objects that they can't sell anymore, that are outdated, or nobody even cares to hear about them anymore. So yeah, they give you those by the bushel. Sounds like a lot, but they're competing with all the other fake reviewers out there who are doing the same thing. So you're gonna start seeing a pattern. In the course of their review, you're going to notice generally that they offer very few or no cons whatsoever to the product. All pros, no cons, or very few. Now, there are times when a product is really good. So you don't want to pass judgment on a marketer or on a reviewer based on one review. You do want to more or less look at a few of their reviews. So there may be times there is a product that they really like. I have quite a few. I'll give them very high scores. I don't find a lot of flaws with them. I will mention what cons I can see, and I'll also mention if maybe they're better for a specific individual than another. Like, they're better for newbies, not for someone who's intermediate to experienced, or vice versa, something to that nature. But if they historically, time and time again, if every review that they make for a product, products are just always pros, always all the benefits, and they're always giving away lots of bonuses, and of course they just want you to buy this. And they really, in all seriousness, the way they generate some of these things, I don't even know if they've ever even looked at the product. They probably just went to the JB sales page and went from there. But then again, I don't have proof of that. That's just my basic opinion. So you need to do yourself a favor. You need to write some of the names down of these people that are doing the reviews, because you will start to come across the same names. And especially if you found out that they gave a really good review to a product that you absolutely hated or got ripped off on. So write them down. Something else you want to do is you want to look and see if they are reviewing a lot of products for a lot of the same people. Because what you're going to find out is a lot of these guys, they get together and they just back and forth, give positive reviews to each other's products. It's like a little clique. And they're the clique of guys that are making lots of money off of all the sheep out there who don't really think for themselves, don't know enough about the business to make the right decisions, and are hoping to get rich quick. And they're all over the place out there, but they're very easy to spot when you know what you're looking for. So when you find a review that has lots of sales hype, when you find a review that's offering tons of bonuses right off the get-go, and you find a review or a reviewer who every single review they give is just like a super high score, then the odds are you have found what I call a promotional reviewer, and it is a form of a scam. It's a manipulation. I would never follow those people. I would never take their advice. Even if they're right once in a blue moon, more often than not, they're offering you those shiny objects that we're supposed to be trying to stay away from, remember? All right. Next, we have what I call bait and switch reviews. Okay. They're going to say, don't buy this, buy that, or buy this, not that. What happens with these? These are a little more sly. And basically, it used to be in old retail stores. What people would do is they would advertise that there was this refrigerator they were going to sell for, you could get it for $150. It was a great deal. And they wouldn't mention that maybe they only had one in the store or anything like that. They would just say, yeah, come down and get a blah, blah, blah refrigerator for $150. So when people would get there, they wouldn't have that. It had all just conveniently sold out. But for $75 more, you can have this. So they called that the bait and switch, and it actually, in the retail world, is illegal. Okay. Now, it's a little harder to prove, I'm sure, via internet, and the internet still is a little bit of the Wild West, so people, they get away with a lot more scandalous things online because the laws haven't caught up with the internet yet, so, which has its pluses and minuses too. So, but regarding bait and switch, basically what they do, they will provide either an extremely negative review of a particular product, and then they're going to offer you a better option. Well, this is what I use, and it's so much better, that one, this one, good, and the smarter they are, then they'll do the same thing that the others do. They'll offer you a bunch of bonuses if you buy the option. Buy the option, you'll get those bonuses. So they're trying to move you toward that better option. Now, the really smart ones, what they'll do is they won't really make a super negative review. They'll make a moderate review, saying, it's workable. They'll say, it's not bad. It really isn't bad, but it's second best to this offer, that I'm going to offer you. Odds are they're hedging their bets, and they are affiliate marketers for both products. So what they're thinking is, okay, this product more than likely is more expensive. It might be a little bit beyond you, maybe in technical aspects or something. And you're thinking, well, this didn't sound that bad. They basically said it was second best. So, okay, I can afford this, not that. And sometimes this looks better because that is so much more expensive. So from a con game, this one is definitely many levels up from the promotional reviews. Promotional reviews practically tell you that they're just blatantly promoting something. These, they're trying to be somewhat deceptive. They do tell you they're promoting this, but they don't mention that they're probably making money off this too. So that is basically what a bait and switch review is. Now, we're all on here to make money, no doubt about it. we all have good intentions and we're trying to help people out. Well, I should say a lot of us are. And yeah, I mean, there are times I do offer products. I do have a call to action. I mentioned to you to click on my link below, Online Business Pro Solutions, because that is going to give you free access to my plan, my blueprint. Well, that I'm actually giving away. If down the road you decided you wanted to purchase something, you could, but I'm not trying to sell you anything while I'm doing my reviews. And generally speaking, nor am I trying to sell you something when I'm offering my tutorials. If I am trying to sell you something, I will actually tell you directly I am trying to sell this. So there are times, once again, where honest reviewers may say, hey, this is really bad. I really highly suggest you don't get it. If you are just dead set on getting a product like this, I would suggest this would be a better option. Now, there's no doubt they probably are getting some affiliate money on that, but there's sort of a difference, and I'm not sure I can actually teach that as much as it's more of a feeling. You get to sort of know the greasy ones versus the non-greasy ones. But normally speaking, that's the other thing, is that if you go through the history, and that's what I say, you need to, when you're studying the reviews, because basically to me, what I do and what I did, and that's how why I have the mentor that I have and belong with the group that I belong with, I was looking for honest reviews, could not find them, stumbled upon a review by a gentleman named Philip Borelman with a website called I Poop Cash. Well, I'm an adult man child, so of course that title alone sucked me on in. I had to look at this like, wow, is this like some parody or is this for real? And it was generally refreshing, the review that he did on the product that I was actually looking at. It was a very refreshing review, and I definitely believed that he was being sincere. I mean, he was all like, yeah, it's a load of crap, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, wow. And he wasn't trying to sell me anything. He didn't even offer a product or an alternative or anything. Just saying, just stay away from this, Continue looking. There are other things out there. Continue watching. He'll have other reviews, and down the road, hopefully, other products that'll come along that might be of interest. So it did get to the point where I started looking for his reviews, to the point I'd almost get upset. If I was looking at a particular product, I'd look up I Poop Cash or Philip Borelman and reviews for that product, and I couldn't find any. It's like, come on, Philip, get in gear, boy. But, apparently he wasn't working on that day. So, you want to find someone that you trust, a reviewer, because they will help you. They will help guide you. Now, ultimately down the road, you'll hook up with a mentor and a team. And, when you're ready for that, and they'll help you. But in the meantime, you do want to go through and go through their history. If they have a blog, go through a lot of their reviews. Not with the consideration of buying at that point. Just go through their reviews. And the same with the YouTube. If you prefer the video reviews, go through and see if they're consistent. If they're consistently all pro, all good, all perfect, super bonuses, tons of bonuses, then no, they're manipulating you. They're all about the blatant promotions. If every review they have is modeled on, this is bad, I've got something good for you, then odds are they are bait and switch operators. That's their specialty. What you're looking for are honest reviews. These are people that are just trying to uncover the facts, trying to help you make informed decisions when you're making purchases. They're not trying to manipulate you. So what you're trying to look for here, honest reviewers generally offer pros and cons, unless something's so bad, It's all cons. But even then, they'll normally say something like, it basically does what they say, but the problem is what they're saying isn't worth anything, that kind of thing. So, and I'll tell you, it's difficult because a lot of these shiny object marketers are beginning to feel the heat from some of us who are doing. You're seeing and finding more and more honest reviewers online now, and I'd actually like to think that my group helped sort of lead the way on that. They're getting smart, so they are offering functional products, limited functional products, like really simple, cheesy, sort of crappy page builders, but you can't really say it doesn't work. Okay. The trouble is the methods that they're trying to get you to use, using these are so shady that you really, really hope and pray that people don't buy these things and don't try to follow in the footsteps or the advice of these people selling these products. So it's hard because there are some pros, you're trying to be fair. And that's the key, is honest reviewers do try to be fair. They're not just trying to slam people constantly. And I'm telling you, the reality is there are some of these marketers out there I would just literally love to throttle. But we don't do that in a civilized world. So, it's, but you will find that generally speaking, honest reviewers are attempting to be fair. They're definitely looking out in your best interest more so than the marketers, but they're trying to give the marketers a fair shake. So they do offer the pros and the cons. So you sort of want to look for that. If you find a reviewer that's always all pro or always all con, I would shy away from them. And even if they're just reviewing nothing but bad products, too much negativity and it gets old. So try to find someone that's sort of neutral, I guess, has more or less of a neutral voice. Generally speaking, an honest reviewer will also do some type of product demo and or a walkthrough of the product. So they're letting you see inside the product. They're actually trying it out for you so you get to see it. It's not just taking their word for it. They're actually walking you through and showing you what all is involved, a good, bad, and indifferent. And they aren't going to they share mostly facts, very little hype. Their reviews aren't going to sound sales pitchy. They're not going to sound like they're trying to promote it. And they really shouldn't sound like they're trying to burn it to the ground either, generally speaking. Now, I will call a scam when I see a scam or when I feel there's a scam. I'm still not like abusive, but I will tell people I think they need to run for the hills or, definitely avoid that product. So, but it does ultimately also still come down to people that hold your attention, people that you can relate to. But even though there are more of us today than there were a couple years ago, honest reviewers are still not plentiful. So when you find one that you like and you find one that appears to be the real deal, hold on to them. Subscribe, favorite their blog post, ring their bells and the alarms and thumbs up and whatever you got to do. Hang on to them because they will help you. They'll save you a lot of money.
I'm back. All right, folks, that's a wrap for today. If you like this video, please do me a favor and click on the like button. Give me a thumbs up. If you are sincere about starting a long-term, sustainable, and scalable online business, I would recommend that you consider subscribing. Okay? Now, as I mentioned earlier, if you're one of those take charge kind of people, and you really want to get the ball rolling right now, do yourself a favor, click on the link below that says Online Business Pro Solutions, and you will get free access to my game plan. Okay. Basically my blueprint for online success. So if you have any questions, any comments, please place them in the comment section below. You can also reach me at pwolf77 on Skype and Paul at Online Business Pro Solutions. And don't forget to ring the bell. That way you get notified every time I upload another video. Now, in the comment or in the section below, you'll also see I have all the information you need if you want to access me, all the links, everything else. So I highly suggest you take a look. And while you're down there, please leave some comments and questions. All right, folks, you have a great day, you have a great evening, and have a great week. Take care.